Welcome to Construction Crew Chronicles, the nuts and bolts of building America. I'm your host, Mike Donovan.
And I'm Samantha Chen, but everyone calls me Sam.
Before we dive in, just a quick reminder that while the information we share is based on real industry trends, Sam and I are fictional characters created to deliver educational content about the construction industry.
That's right, but the insights are very real. Today, we're tackling a topic that's on every fleet manager's mind. What's coming down the pike for construction equipment in 2025?
If you're a shop manager or equipment coordinator, you're probably feeling the squeeze from all sides these days. Diesel prices climbing, emission regulations tightening, and technology changing faster than you can say preventative maintenance schedule.
And that's exactly why we wanted to dedicate today's episode to breaking down the top trends that'll impact your fleet, your budget, and your day-to-day operations in the coming year.
Let's kick things off with something that's hitting everyone hard right now: diesel prices. They're up again.
The numbers are pretty alarming, Mike. U.S. distillate stocks are about 23% below their 5-year average. And with refining capacity tightening worldwide, we're looking at continued pressure on prices, especially as we head into fall and winter.
And let's put that in perspective for our listeners. Fuel typically accounts for 20 to 30% of total operating costs for construction fleets. When those costs go up, something's got to give. And unfortunately, what often gives is proper maintenance.
We're seeing a concerning pattern where rising fuel costs lead to equipment sitting idle for longer periods, which then causes more wear and tear when it's finally used.
Exactly. I was talking to a fleet manager in Ohio last week who told me they've had to stretch their maintenance cycles by almost 20% just to stay within budget. You know what happens then, Sam?
On-site breakdowns, which cost exponentially more than scheduled maintenance.
Bingo. So what can our listeners do about it? First, you gotta track your fuel consumption like a hawk. Know which machines are guzzling more than they should.
Asset tracking software with meter-based monitoring can be a game changer here. It gives you real data on fuel consumption across your fleet, so you can make informed decisions about which equipment to deploy where.
And for crying out loud, don't skimp on lubrication and tune-ups. I know I sound like a broken record on this, but
Here comes Mike's maintenance mantra.
you're darn right. An ounce of prevention is worth a pound of cure. Or in construction terms, a quart of oil is worth a ton of downtime. Fine-tune those maintenance cycles, and you'll burn less fuel and extend equipment life.
Speaking of equipment evolution, let's talk about the electrification trend that's gaining serious momentum. The zero-emission construction equipment market is projected to reach $18.4 billion by 2035.
Now I'll admit, I was skeptical at first. Electric excavators? Come on. But after seeing some demos at the Midwest Construction Expo last month, I'm starting to come around.
What changed your mind, Mike?
The Volvo CE compact electric excavator they had there was surprisingly powerful. Still has limitations, but for certain applications, especially indoor demolition or urban sites with noise restrictions, game changer.
And the environmental impact is significant. These electric machines improve air quality by 95% compared to their diesel counterparts. But there's definitely a catch.
Yeah, the sticker shock. You're looking at 50 to 100% higher purchase price compared to diesel alternatives. And then there's the whole battery life issue.
For fleet managers considering the electric route, there are 3 key things to focus on: tracking battery health to prevent unexpected downtime, coordinating with project teams about charging infrastructure, and proper operator training.
And keep an eye on those public contracts. The Oslo mandate is making electric machines mandatory for bidding on government jobs in some regions. That trend is only gonna spread.
Now, let's shift gears and talk about another major trend that's revolutionizing equipment maintenance: predictive maintenance powered by AI.
This is where the industry is really changing, folks. The old fix-it-when-it-breaks approach is becoming as outdated as a flip phone at a tech conference.
Artificial intelligence and machine learning are now being used to forecast failures before they happen. The systems analyze patterns in performance data and can identify when a component is likely to fail.
We had a pilot program with this technology on our dozers last year. The system flagged an engine issue on our Cat D6 2 weeks before it would have failed completely. Saved us at least 15 grand in emergency repairs and downtime.
For listeners wanting to implement predictive maintenance, start small with your most critical assets. The ones that would cause major project delays if they went down.
And make sure your telematics integration is solid. You need good data flowing into your systems to make accurate predictions.
Another huge factor shaping equipment management is the evolving emissions regulations. The EPA's Clean Trucks Plan is gradually pushing for zero-emission vehicles by 2035.
CARB rules are no joke either. I know a contractor in California who got hit with a $25,000 fine because they didn't have proper documentation on their engine tiers and retrofits. Don't let that be you.
Compliance requires detailed logging of engine tiers, retrofit installations, and fleet average emissions. And if you're operating in regulated states, you'll need annual emission tests.
The smart play here is to get ahead of these regulations. There's actually clean air funds available if you plan early and execute well.
Let's talk about another trend that's changing how we deploy equipment: modular offsite construction. This approach offers a 40% time advantage over traditional methods, along with roughly 20% cost savings.
I've seen this firsthand on a hospital project in Michigan. They built entire patient room modules in a factory, shipped them to the site, and had them installed in days instead of months. The equipment utilization was incredibly efficient.
That's a key benefit for equipment managers: reduced idle time. When modular components arrive ready to assemble, you're not paying for machines to sit around while traditional construction progresses stage by stage.
And with the skilled labor shortage we're facing, anything that reduces on-site labor requirements is worth considering.
Speaking of equipment access strategies, the rental market is projected to grow by 5.7% in North America alone. Nearly 95% of equipment used in commercial construction is now rented rather than purchased.
This shift makes a lot of sense from a fleet management perspective. Rental agreements give you complete cost visibility, and you're not stuck with aging equipment that becomes a maintenance nightmare.
It also provides flexibility to scale up or down based on project needs, which is crucial in today's uncertain economic environment.
Now, finding skilled technicians to maintain all this equipment, that's becoming harder than finding a parking spot at a job trailer on inspection day.
The statistics are staggering. The U.S. needs to attract 454,000 workers to meet construction industry demands, and 94% of companies report difficulty hiring for critical positions.
One approach I've seen work is tracking technician performance and using those insights for targeted training. Don't try to make everyone an expert at everything. Focus on building specialized skills where they're most needed.
Mobile apps with offline access are also helping technicians work more efficiently in the field. They can access maintenance records, troubleshooting guides, and parts information without returning to the shop.
And finally, let's touch on autonomous machinery. This technology is gaining serious momentum as a potential solution to labor shortages.
AI agents installed on heavy machinery like dozers and excavators allow equipment to operate with minimal human intervention, even during off hours. They deliver consistent performance and are especially valuable for repetitive or hazardous tasks.
I'm both excited and concerned about this one, Sam. The technology is impressive, but there's something about having an experienced operator who can feel when something's not right with a machine.
That's a valid point. The best approach is probably starting with equipment that performs repetitive tasks in controlled environments, like forklifts in a material yard or dozers on flat terrain.
All right, folks, we've covered a lot of ground today, from diesel prices and electric equipment to predictive maintenance and autonomous machinery. The construction industry is evolving faster than ever.
The key takeaway is that staying ahead of these trends isn't just about being innovative. It's about controlling costs and keeping your projects on schedule.
We'd love to hear how these trends are affecting your operations. Drop us a line through our website or social media channels.
Next week, we'll be joined by sustainability expert Dr. Elena Rodriguez to discuss carbon reduction strategies for construction fleets. You won't want to miss it.
Until then, remember what my old foreman used to say.
Keep building smarter, not just harder.
This has been Construction Crew Chronicles. I'm Mike Donovan.
And I'm Sam Chen. Thanks for listening.